DreamHack Masters Las Vegas is brought to you by Asus, Republic of Gamers, HyperX, Monster Energy, live at MGM Grand.
Vegas at the MGM Grand. We're ready to continue the DreamHack Masters' second day of play. 4 teams have already been eliminated, and Astralis have managed to secure themselves a spot in the playoffs. This hotel is huge, and hopefully some huge plays will come out of this very game. It's going to be Virtus Pro versus Gambit now, which the desk and you guys at home are incredibly excited to watch. And there's a lot of reasons for that, which is why I got Duncan Thorin Shields, Chad Birchall, and Jason Moses O'Toole to explain exactly why you can be excited about this and what you've got to look out for. That's our role. I'm your host, Alex Machine Richardson, and we've got a big one for you. That's the line I usually use. Jason, first things first.
We've got a big one for Swinger. Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So,
I'm a liberal man. I'm no stranger to sharing.
When
break that
in
down.
Vegas, the classic.
Yeah, okay. And I'm just going to shuffle my papers to... Okay, now I'm ready to go again. Counter-Strike. That's right. We're going to be seeing Virtus Pro and Gambit.
This is a
do
clutch
battle.
performance from you, Alex.
Always. I'm so glad you mentioned that. We'll be talking about that in just a moment. But first, let's bring up the group. Already, Group A has been locked and loaded, and we will be waiting for tomorrow to see which out of North and Optic will be making their way into the playoffs. But into Group B, this is where Virtus Pro and Gambit will meet. They are in that upper side of the bracket, both picking up a win in their first game of the tournament. Misfits fell to VP, and we got to see a very impressive performance from Gambit, albeit on Inferno. Now, how much kind of a pinch of salt is that for Gambit's victory and getting them to the upper bracket, do you think, Duncan?
I mean, yeah, the problem with that is there's 2 factors, isn't it? It's Inferno, which no one in theory has played in offline setting. Then you got to add in Fnatic's just got the gang back together, you know, like the chemistry maybe. I mean, it definitely isn't. If you saw that Olafmeister push down, like there's still that classic Fnatic communication not quite there yet. Sure. But even so, it's the first time Gambit's played Inferno. They are playing legendary players, really skilled aimers. So I actually don't put too much of a caveat. A little bit because it's the new map, but I still think it's big time if you can beat Fnatic and you can beat them in terms of like keep some of their skilled players down in a game.
And there's definitely, it would be even more stock should they pick up this win versus Virtus Pro, Chad. I mean, is this within the realms of possibility?
I think so. Virtus Pro are a team that like grind out wins, you know, and if Gambit can have a good start, they might be able to put a stop to that grind. The thing that we noticed from the major was how good Virtus Pro were at those comebacks, right, and how resilient they are, and that's a testament to how long this team's been together. And these guys have done it without having the assistance of some professional to help their mental fortitude. This is just the mantra of the team, is to get through the hard times and to be able to work on it themselves, and that's why I think VP is such a powerful unit.
Yeah. Well, whilst as a team they are infamous for making those comebacks, one individual from Virtus Pro is infamous for something else. It's the clutches from Snacks, and that's why he features within our Masters of series. Let's check it out. It's Snacks. Thanks, guys.
The clutch situation, I just always be 100% focused for the game, so always trying to do my best.
And oh my God, Stacks, have you ever just
In his head, he's never nervous. He just play patient, waiting for mistakes enemy.
He always thinks a couple steps ahead of what he wants to do, and that's the thing which makes you calm.
Respect.
It's even hard when you play 3 against him or 2 players against him.
I think I have a poker face and nerves of steel, so it's easy for me.
Oh, fantastic. Nerves of steel. Yeah, I think that's, Jason, that's a good way to summarize Snacks. And I think everybody within the Counter-Strike community does acknowledge that this man has something rather special.
Yeah, and it's one of those things that's like really, you can't really quantify it in any kind of statistic. I mean, we've always talked about how sneaky he can be, but just as his movement and the intuition he has, I mean, how many times have we seen in situations where just for like half a second, if he makes his play half a second later or earlier, he just loses, but it's always at the right time. It's with smokes down. So, I mean, he's part of the reason. He really embodies, I think, why this Virtus Pro team has been so good, because he's probably the most versatile, one of the most versatile players we have as a professional. And this Virtus Pro team, I mean, you know, you talk about their mantra and how long they've been together. It's always been, we don't change players, we change roles. To do that, you have to have very versatile players, and Snax is one of the reasons why they're capable to get away without making roster changes, because he can do so many things. Same with Neo.
And he has continued to impress, but so have VP. Let's not forget this team was within the grand finals over in Atlanta, and it was small margins that did stop them from getting over the line. Would you consider them, I mean, I presume they're holding the second spot right now for you?
I think so, yeah. If you look at them at the moment, especially with everyone else doing roster moves, remember they're one of the teams that haven't. They've stuck with that 5, which obviously kind of their famous theme in the team. And so the thing with Virtus Pro is, even when they have a result like they had before the major, WESG, they lost to the second best Polish team. Actually, not even a convincing game in the semi-final in terms of Virtus Pro. You still just know that at the next tournament, it could all turn around. They could be back to their very best. And that's what every team who plays Virtus Pro kind of has in the back of their mind, that you can't really even think they're in a slump, because they can always summon that great performance.
And you don't know which one you're going to get on the day. Gambit are going to be victim to that unpredictability. And I mean, do we put the unpredictable tag on Gambit? These guys have actually been on a very kind of gradual incline and improving. It feels almost on a day-by-day basis. Chad, are you hopping on the Gambit hype train like others?
I think they're a good team. I think Zeus is a good leader, and he's built a good unit. Having Hobbit and Mao, obviously not, or is it Mo? I don't know which one it is.
I got really shouted at.
I'd stick with Mo, personally.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway,
the Mao thing has kind of a
it's been done before.
Yeah, that name's done.
Well, those two players are meant to be the stars going forward, right, for this team. And Hobbit more so breakout recently. I don't know if they're like, they're not like an X Factor team. I don't think one player can carry them across the line kind of thing. They all have to contribute. What's really interesting for me, though, with this team is how passive, when I played, there's a different roster, but it was how passive and how deep in sights they were able to hold. And I think VP, I was doing some prep work for ESL Pro League, and please hire me more. In the E-League major game where they were playing on Train, Virtus Pro kind of read them quite easily and ran a double AWP T-side setup, which is very unusual because they know how far back they played, and they're able to get in advantageous positions with AWPs and pick them off. So VP know that for whatever map they end up on here, they're going to be able to exploit the weaknesses of Gambit easily. I'm
looking forward to seeing if that does occur. Of course, we have to find out what battleground this will be done on. I know we've already kind of made a strong case, Duncan, for you'd like to see a Cobble, like to see an Overpass to see if Gambit's record can be maintained. But what do you think the bans are going to be working out initially?
Well, the interesting thing is I want to see if the guys from Virtus Pro go ahead and ban out Inferno, because obviously their permaban of Dust 2 isn't in the map pool anymore as it is. Actually, Gambit is going to ban out Nuke, which we know Virtus Pro incredibly strong on. They've won 12 in a row. But we also know that Virtus Pro, this is the key topic of this ban really, they have like a 10 game winning streak on Cobblestone. So even though that is the map that in theory everyone's scared of Gambit on, I feel like Virtus Pro are the kind of team where just almost to prove something, they might let it come through and say, we'll just beat you on it, because they just have, like, if you notice, whenever Taz does his trash talk, sometimes it's not really because someone actually said anything like that really got under his skin. It's almost like they're trying to fire themselves up. Remember, they all played in the same team for so long. They've played Counter-Strike for so long. You've got to find these little edges to get yourself going. So cash ban from Gambit there, not really a surprise. I mean, we know historically that's one that you don't really want to play if you're Zeus. Then again, Virtus Pro not really playing the map that much themselves. So bearing in mind they have the choice now as to what it's going to be. Let's see if because they're going to be the ones who have to choose into it, and they have. They've actually chosen. This is where you know, I think they are trying to make a statement here, because I know Virtus Pro is incredible on Train. I know that would actually be probably the better map if you wanted to really put the other guy at more of a disadvantage. This is like a big ball statement.
Does anyone have access to the win streak from Gambit?
I think it was 10 and 0.
Okay, it's 10 and 0.
10 in a row, yeah.
Okay, 10 Cobble wins in a row, and VP have thrown down the gauntlet and said, let's change that. Let's quickly outline why Gambit's Cobble has been so successful. Does anyone want to step up to the plate for this one? I mean, anything that particularly outlined that Zeus has got his squad doing to make Cobble so powerful?
I mean, they've always been good on Cobble, right? Even back to the Navi days.
Yeah, and also I think it is just like a little bit more of the. They just have like the stars that are in the right. They're very slow paced, like they are on all the maps. But I think the big thing as well is with like a Dren coming in with Hobbit and everything like that. They have those rifle players who can entry in onto these bomb sites. The tough part for going to be over towards that B site. Obviously, is going to be Snacks playing in Chicken Coop, who I think is one of the best, and he can also be mobile. We see him in A apartment all the time. But I mean, with those two players, with a Dren and Hobbit playing so well, this is where with that passive style you can really pick and choose when you want to probe in towards drop, like a critical portion on the map, because they've had success over towards B platform. Yeah. And if you can pick and choose your battles and have success at drop, that's going to be huge. So they're just going to have to figure out what kind of a defense Virtus Pro is going to have.
It's going to be fun to watch these two clash on Cobble. I do need a prediction while we have you, Jason, though.
I'm going to break one of my rules. I'm just going to go with Gambit. I think they can take this one.
What rule did I break?
I normally don't predict Virtus Pro to lose to people I think they're favored against. So I think Virtus Pro is the favorite, but I'm going to pick Gambit to win this one.
Okay, so Jason's taking a Gambit on Gambit. What are you saying, Sponge?
I'm going to stay with VP.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So we've got 1 for 1.
I'm going to say Virtus.
You're tipping the scales.
I think it can be a good game, though, certainly.
Okay, this is going to be fun. This is where we get to introduce our casters, but we do have already 2 for VP, 1 for Gambit. Will they get an 11th winner on the board? Will Gambit make it through to the playoffs, besting Virtus Pro? It certainly would be a big scalp to take early here in DreamHack Masters Vegas, just the second day. But let's bring in one man who's already had his scalp shaved. It's, of course, Henry G and Sadakist. How are you doing, Mr. Bold?
I'm doing... Oh, that's
really mean.
It's not mean. You love it.
It's actually... paying tribute to Jason. He wanted to know what it was like to be like that. He wanted to be exactly.
Look at that egghead.
I know.
Finally, Jason gets to dish some out.
Yeah, gotta get.
You never break your rules, right, Matt?
Never. Why would I do that?
Just wondering. Just curious.
Look, everything's fine in my life. I have a smoothie.
Oh, yeah, you divas. All right.
Can I just say that I think I'm the only one that hasn't sworn on the broadcast?
I haven't sworn on the broadcast.
You will, Jason. You will. Don't worry.
We're just saying you're factually wrong.
What did I say?
You were quoting Duncan.
Okay.
I did quote Duncan, yeah. Okay, touche.
Shall we get on with this?
Yeah, let's get on with this. It sounds like you guys are ready.
I like these segments, guys, by the way. I think they're the best.
Yeah.
Like, we're definitely the most on topic of any segment
I would, just before we disappear, want to probe you for those predictions. Anyone go and fly on the Gambit flag with Jason?
Yes, me.
Yes.
Hobbit's going to drop 36.
That doesn't really count. Matt is a Hobbit fanboy.
Hobbit's going to drop 36. Yeah, Hobbit's the best.
Yeah. Well, I'll leave you with that. You go talk about Bilbo, and we'll be back after the game.
See ya.
Bye.
Well, Matthew, do you actually believe in Gambit?
I believe in Gambit, yes. Okay. I do. And I actually think Hobbit's due for a good one. So, bold prediction, but I think that they can beat Virtus Pro. The one factor in this is that Virtus Pro on this map is either the plow or very average.
Sure, and the CT half especially. I think it's been kind of famed now, the CT half. Unless they get that good start, they do struggle on that side. But to be fair, their comebacks are always miraculous. You think back to North of the Major, that was one of the best ones we've ever seen, really, on this map especially.
Yeah, quarterfinal, and it looked like they were down and dusted. North had shown them everything. Magisk himself, 29 kills, I think, in the first half, was it?
I killed the 30, I think.
No, he didn't get the 30. Just was under it. It would have been the first 30. It was the fastest first half total in Major history.
Okay.
And they still fell short, so that was heartbreaking for him. Interesting to note, though, even with that, with Virtus Pro getting rolling in that, Gambit's bringing something a little bit different with their winning streak. They said it was 10-0 on this map. We saw Doja in warm-up trying to throw a new smoke from the arch outside of Long A toward the connector. Now, that could be applied as a fake because it's thrown from much further back than Long A, where you normally take it, so it's a deep one. So they could be looking to try and implement something a little different.
He was missing it quite a lot of
He was.
Maybe it won't.
I think it was 1 for 3 when I saw him throwing it in the warm-up.
Well, Hawkeye Sadakist is always watching.
Always watching.
Yeah, that's true.
Literally through your bedroom window at night.
Literally. Don't use that word before that sentence.
Probably literally the sentence you should not do that with.
Anyway, just to give you a little bit of a preview, the night round has already taken place. It is going to be Virtus Pro starting on that CT side. So presumably they lost the pistol, I would say. We'll see what happens going forward. But Gambit, like the guy said on the desk, a very slow, methodical approach, classic to what Navi used to present. Not really the same case anymore. They actually have a much looser playstyle overall these days. But I think Virtus Pro should take this. I really am a big fan of their T side on this one especially. There's one man in particular. We saw a little preview video of him and his clutches, Matt. You've got some amazing casting moments from him as well. Snacks, he is unbelievable.
I think, if I'm going to say it on record, I think he's my favorite player to cast simply because when he has those moments, they're just insane. Yeah, and I get to yell and ruin my vocal cords and shorten my career every time. It's great. But seriously, he's so exciting to cast in that way.
Yeah, absolutely. This map has delivered some absolutely phenomenal performances from him, especially with pistols as well. He seems to find a mile every time you give him an inch. It's absolutely pretty crazy. But we'll see what happens as Gambit now. We've got a couple of technical issues. I think we've got One player just working things out. You can see the headsets are on, so we should be starting momentarily. And this is the, well, 3 more games to come after this one. Well, including this one, I should say. We've got 3 more remaining. But Virtus Pro.
Oh, that is a face to behold. Paint a picture of that angelic face. It's more the spacing out than anything.
We are live, ladies and gentlemen. Virtus Pro on the CT side, Gambit on the T side. I will kind of theorize from their buy as to what they will probably do. Most teams do go for the A splits, making that connector. That's very prevalent in the meta at the moment. And we'll see what kind of buy comes in. Not a smoke purchase though. Zeus, he'll have the Molotov and 2 flashbangs here. So something quite simple, quite fast, and saving the bomb. Sorry, the Molotov for a post-plant situation. We'll be flushing out Chicken Coop at the initial encounter. We'll see what happens here. As Snacks, he goes aggressive towards middle, getting lots of intel, and he's actually towards A by himself. 4 players stacked towards B, and indeed that's where Gambit will end up. Flashes go in. We'll see if that Molotov is used straight away.
Pasha letting them walk in, trying to use the new cubby spot. Only manages to do damage, not a kill. It's Bialy instead that will take down a Dren. Neo, although it's not his gun that fires, it's a body in front of him that goes down at the hands of Tataz, apparently, as he's changed his name for this game. Gonna try and work together with Neo in beside the rock, and it's Snacks that's gonna pick up Hobbit. Doja goes back into him, and the boost for the T's to see above the rock gives them the angle onto Taz. It's all on Neo. 6 HP, bomb not yet planted, 1:06 in the round. They can slow this down, figure out where Neo's gone, but he gets a headshot on Zeus. Doja still finds the round.
Well, there it is. The simple B approach there from Gambit. A sigh of relief from Doze, as you can see. And that Molotov was used towards Chicken Coop. A couple of flashes over. Commit. And there was a CT player in that little cubby hole. Have we got a name for that yet? With the new extended one back at B site?
We'll call it the Hobbit hole.
Yeah, I guess that sort of works in a weird way.
Don't ask me for names, I'll give you things like Jaden round.
Yeah, true. Well, we'll have a look at the second round buy here. There is going to be a force buy from Virtus Pro. CZs, 3 sets of head armor as well. A couple of HE grenades, actually 3 of those, so they can use that as a sort of airstrike towards B. And it's going to be, actually, HE's working for Gambit here, so they do rush the bomb site and find the first couple of kills there.
Rushing in with speed. Mo picks up 2. I think he's a player to watch. Has to be. He and a Dread as well. Both have so much potential. One or the other usually shows up in a game. Snacks, Deagle in hand, is going to concede the round. He's just sitting back to see what he can pick up, potentially, with kills toward the end. If they hunt him down, Deagle as well will give him a little bit of extra money, but more importantly also gives him a gun in the next round, because CTs are going to have to fully save.
Indeed. Well, this is the problem for Virtus Pro. We did just say it before. If they don't win the pistol, they seem to have a rough time on the CT side. Good news is that force by the second. Not everyone got involved with it. I'm going to assume that Snacks probably said a bit more cash. Indeed, he's got over $1,000 at the moment. And it's a similar story as well for Neo. He's got 600, but that's pretty much because he got a couple more kills. And as we go into the situation, it's going to be Snacks saving the Deagle at this point. See if he can do anything towards the APC. He will be hunted down. He can hear footsteps coming towards him. He finds 1 kill, which he's very capable of. That could be something to work with. There it is. There's the headshot. Always delivers on this map, as we said. Might stay alive as well, so he gets an extra $300 and saves the Deagle.
So here's something adorable that someone just tweeted me.
Okay.
Tata in Polish is dad. So Taz is now a new father. He's changed his name to Dad with a Z for Taz.
Oh, I see what you mean. The name, in-game name. That's quite
adorable.
Cool. Yeah. Maybe one day you can be a Tata.
Definitely a bad idea.
Yeah.
That kid has no chance.
Look after yourself first and we'll...
Exactly. Great with a dog, probably not with a human being. Hobbit drops down, SMG in hand, nade out ahead of time, realizes that the dad is in the corner and he's put him down. Snacks to find 1 on the Deagle, a second follow-up, so he's building up some cash. He's looking for more headshots, but that's not going to happen. Low HP, nade comes in, 3-0 start for Gambit.
Perfect start, but Snacks, he's got over $6,000, so his conservative investments there means he will be able to bring out the AWP, which is more than likely, and he's one of the most crazy players on the CT side of Cobble. Very aggressive towards long A. It's normally a really bad angle take for most players, but he seems to make it work every time, facing towards top of middle. So many angles to be aware of, but seems to be on top of it almost every single time. We'll see whether he actually goes aggressive here. Slightly more passive as he's actually towards top of middle. There will be an AWP for Mo, of course, as well. Main AWP for Gambit, as he holds up towards mid, and not really giving anything away just yet. No kits for Virtus Pro, just a note.
Spray through. Pasha gets tagged down to 34.
And only 1 smoke remaining at the 1:30 mark. That's actually a really big deal, with no incendiaries as well.
There's no kits in play.
Yeah.
This is a tall order. This has to be a shutdown.
This is why we're seeing a lot of teams actually not forcing into that second round anymore, because it's so weak, and especially in these tier 1 games, going down 5-0 is an absolute nightmare. It's such a big risk to take, but obviously you have the chance of winning the round. That's the caveat.
And Snacks, we know, likes to be aggressive on the AWP. That's one way to compensate for a lack of utility, but he doesn't find anything over toward A. He's already backed off. A platform for him. Rotation for Papataz to go in behind the drop room. That'll support Neo. But Inside of the site, they've gone passive toward long. Pasha getting tagged down. They've chosen to put their aggression toward drop. It works for one, but Hobbit shows up immediately after Neo fades away. Taz will trade in on him, but Neo slipped in undetected behind the tree. Can't line it up. Doja nails him. That was a chance to strike while the iron was hot, potentially take two, shut down immediately. And Doja will plant the bomb, 1 versus 3, and the one is Snacks with the AWP, so he's gone round over.
So even though they had a lot of presence there towards that B side, they can't hold off the T's there. They got pressure from drop down the upper platform, but they can't actually slow them down at all. No smokes to delay them, no incendiaries to kind of segregate them at all. It's a real nightmare to hold the B side with no utility whatsoever. I think maybe the call there, get Snacks towards Chicken Coop. It's much more prevalent outside of the map, and maybe he could have done something with that. But unfortunately, he was towards A, and he's locked out. It's going to be 3 players surviving for Gambit, as Snacks desperately tries to save his weapon, and he's actually going to be all the way in T-spawn. Not in the Rapunzel Tower, but very close to it, just at his little steps there at the start. So Gambit do allow him to save the AWP. Should be an eco going forward, but Snacks saving the AWP, maybe they'll be tempted to force around this. Certainly an option if Snacks can get himself aggressive towards long A. Normally some upgraded pistols absolutely fine. 1 AWP on a map like Cobble can be very influential, so don't count them out of this round just yet, even though they only have 1 weapon. Airstrike mentality once again, Matt. This means they get 4 HE grenades. Send those towards B. Hope for the B rush comes in. He's going to drop all the HEs on top of them.
See if it pays off. Pasha gets a good on the board. See if he can get the nade kill. They are going toward B, but they're going to hold up at the corner. Nades, in turn, will be held on the belts in the holsters for at least a moment. All cocked and at the ready. Bialy. He's lined up with the first one. Taz will throw his over top. The Dren could be on the receiving end. The Molotov thrown out. Now, is that the Q? And there it is. That is the Q. And they bait it out. They sit back on it. No damage dealt. The Dren goes in. He knows that they're low. He knows it's going to be pistols. Nade strikes a gimmick tactic that easily reveals that. So he finds 1 kill on the way through. Nades in behind the rock. Knows the rotations will be in that position. And he's buying time. That is a lovely shot from Mo. Ooh. Because as the bomb was going down, that could have been denied from Taz slipping through. Surely it wouldn't have been the round alone, given the situation with money, but it saves the planter, keeps all 5 alive.
Yes.
And denies a kill that would have given money on to Taz. It's Snacks again that has to save this op once more.
Yeah, bit of a tall order this time. He hasn't got the safety of T-spawn. He's just going to be hiding in the corner and hoping for the best there. Gives the position away, hits the no-scope, and the Dren, lovely shot there. He's been in fantastic form right now. Great performance in the major. Seems to be continuing. A lot of people were speculated whether he could keep that form up, but seems to be the case so far. Double AWP set up from VP. They've gone down 5-0. Maximum loss bonus achieved, and they want to try to strike. And we'll see what it works out for them. Against a team like Gambit, though, it'll be a difficult procedure to actually pick them off, but so far, nothing really working, so why not? Let's give it a go.
So double op, Pasha. Snacks again is going to go out to long A. We haven't seen much execution come out from Gambit in terms of early rounds to try and bait out. Now that we get guns, we may see it more. We haven't seen Doji go for that smoke. If he does, Snacks loves to peek exactly where it's thrown from. I'll try and highlight it if we see it, because it's something that could be shut down by someone exactly like Snacks' playstyle.
Indeed.
Pasha's forced off of B long already, so he's playing a passive op angle inside of B. The rifles will be between the 2 ops, bookending the round.
Snacks is thinking about pushing long A as well. He's got himself to the choke point itself with the AWP. He might actually be tempted to go and get some information here. And it would be a good time to do it as well. There's only 1 player towards mid, so we'll see whether he decides to commit at all. That's Mo rotating back in. He's got the AWP as well, so maybe a change of pace here. Back towards A, perhaps. Gambit has shown a lot of presence towards B.
Smoke down to Danger. Mo getting ever closer to the arch at long. Snacks hasn't elected to go yet. He's holding the angle inside of long and slowly backing off it as well. He's called for Taz to rotate over, so he has some support and some escape pattern. Because missing a shot with the op at long corner, if you give up Danger as well, you're a sitting duck. Meanwhile, at drop, Molotovs will go above. Zeus is tagged and forced away. Buys a bit more time, 36 seconds. Commitment has to be B at this point in time for Gambit. And Bialy, hearing the Molotov tag, or rather having his teammate heard it tag, is going to rotate back over to support Neo and Pasha. And at the entrance point, it's a Dren that finds Neo in transition, thinking perhaps about the new Hobbit hole, but can't quite get there. And Pasha found as they get down drop as well. Neo fell, Bialy as well. There was nowhere for the op to hide. It's just 2 remaining. It's Taz down, Snacks remaining again on the AWP. Picks up 1 versus 3, but watch to his left. Good read as Hobbit slips up and catches him off.
Well, there it is. Snacks will go down, and that double AWP setup doesn't really deliver. It's Pasha, of course, he plays towards B, and doesn't really make anything happen there. Gambit, like we said, a very slow, methodical play style. They're waiting till the 15-second mark before they actually commit to the bomb side there, but doesn't matter. If you're hitting all the shots and everyone's finding some good form, why not? You can't really argue with it. Hobbit, you're a big fan, of course. He seems to be playing very well right now. A fantastic round from him overall, working that drop-down area to perfection. We go into round number 7. Maximum loss bonus, of course, but that's not enough on the CT side to buy. Only get 3,400 on top of that. And CZ's some body armor, a partial buy for sure. And looking very likely to be 7-0 here for Gambit. This is looking fantastic for them.
Yeah, this is a fantastic start indeed.
It all kind of stems from that second round force buy, though. You have to say that the first gun round they go in, no nades at all. That means you're 5-0 down automatically. And you're just chasing at that point, and then you're trying to adapt. Double orb setup comes out, doesn't work out for you. And they find themselves in this really tricky predicament right now.
CS Economics with Henry G. Episode 1, when not to force buy.
Yeah, it's just like, it's not like, it's obviously the beginning of the game, right? But it's just, I just think it has to be removed the meta now. No one seems to be successfully winning them on the CT side anymore. And you just limit yourself so much going forward.
He's got a shoulder shown, knows there's someone trying to utilize the stairs, can't land the shot fast enough. They now know there's a boost. Smartly, Adren drops the player above and hits the headshot onto Neo. I say headshot, it was not. I'm a liar and I apologize. As Zeus follows up with a nade kill, it's just 3 remaining in the site. Pretty easy cleanup. Problem with easy cleanups is that it leaves so many players alive that the money's already massive on the Gambit side. It's only getting bigger.
Snacks remains once again. He seems to be staying alive for a very long time. Obviously, he plays the A site, and Gambit have been heavily focusing towards B time and time again, and you can't really argue with the results. It's gone very well so far, but Snacks does find a headshot there once again, picks up an AK, and he will be fleeing at this point. Or will he? Maybe trying to sell something here.
Thing is, a lot of Snacks' kills, he leads the way with 7 kills for Virtus Pro. A lot of them have been late in the round when he's in situations such as this. I mean, you leave him alive long enough, eventually he's going to pick up something.
Yeah.
He's going to do something miraculous. However, ruling out a lot of these post-round kills, as we call them, that I won't even call them eco cleanups, but exit kills that really don't have that much influence aside from small economic gains. No one's getting kills on Virtus Pro. They're just getting us absolutely obliterated on entrances.
Yeah, Pasha having a rough game. Obviously, one of their key anchor players towards the back of the B side with the AWP. He's not finding anything so far, and he's currently on 0 for 7. So, here's the replay. Snacks, I love that smoky drop towards the connector. That's to signify, I'm falling back, I'm losing this to delay you and actually take your vision away while I get back to the other side. He actually uses that to bait and sticks there, finds another kill, so lovely work by him. Gets taken down eventually, but 7-0 now. It's going to be Snacks back on the AWP. Haven't seen high progression from him as of yet.
He's inching ever closer to long. That time again, he looked like he was going to try and bait out a flash and go, but
it's so common now. I think a lot of teams are aware of it. They're going to have the pre-fire at the start of the round.
This is one of those like small meta shifts where people get used to it, so you don't do it, and then they get used to you not doing it, and eventually he'll bring it back into the game style. But you're right, it's a matter of thought process for him in that sense. Drain gets aggressive, tries to get damage in toward the stairs, does so successfully, but then overstays his welcome, and as the Molotov lands, Pasha will make his way onto the scoreboard after being, well, he wasn't quite 0-0 in 7, he was 1-7, or 0, you know what I mean. He got his first kill. Got that one dead on, guys. It's a strong suit for me. Snacks picks up another kill, this time early in the round. It's a 2-man advantage finally for Virtus Pro to try and build into this game. Remember that reset looms, being down 7-0.
That's why they want to keep all 5 players alive here. Dead right. Snacks making something happen towards long A, but Hobbit strikes and dropped that once again. He's been so good in this position.
This flash could be perfect as well if he went on it. Got caught slightly by it. It was a line up toward Pasha, who's sitting flower pots back statue. The smoke will allow them to wrap rock. Mo's trying to get vision. Okay, I was going to say there's no way you can go for a boost in that position. They just want to try and spot over to where Chicken Coop goes. That's revealed. Hobbit needs to trade this, but he can't get the line that finally does on Bialy, and the smoke's still there. Means Pasha, if he goes hunting, Hobbit's in position to trade him. Zeus may go down and drop the bomb, but Hobbit's in a 1 versus 2 bomb up. And 19 seconds, he actually wants to go aggressive. They've not yet cleared Chicken Coop, and I think they have an inkling someone's still there. They've already cleared Pasha. He's the op player inside of the site, so they should have been aware that it's not going to be covered. And at this point, tagged to 10, pinched off. He's got to go down. Taz will swoop in behind. 2 players stay up with a reset coming in.
Well, they get the first 2 picks, but like we said, trying to keep all 5 alive. That was the objective there. Hobbit, a thorn in their side. He continues, finds a couple of frags there. And like you said, the boost, yeah, definitely not really viable. I'm not really sure what they were hoping to spot at that point. Just trying to have a little bit of a gimmick play. That was the frag that was huge. Pasha doing that and actually shutting it down to 2 versus 1 situation at that point was so key. If he goes down without finding that frag and Hobbit denies it, then that could have been a round victory for Gambit, and they could have seen themselves at 8-0. But they do pick it around up. This is the danger zone now. Everything invested into the grenades and actually reinvesting into the weapons, rushing B, and it's going to be Pasha open things up.
But then gets shut down. Neo will offset it by getting Mo, the man who killed his teammate. He sits back statue as well. Bomb has been dropped off of the hands of Mo on the way through. It's bottom broken. They're inside of the site, but they haven't picked the bomb up just yet. So it's up to Neo to hold ground. On top rock to try and see over the smoke. Neo's doing exactly what the aforementioned play needed to be. Gets the first kill onto Hobbit. Bomb's still down as well. He'll spot it now. And this surely has to be back-to-back rounds for Virtus.pro unless Dren can do something of it. Smart smoke, but they still have to look that direction. It's he alone. And as soon as he picks up the first kill, it should reveal it. Not only that, as time goes by, they'll slowly realize that he's gone this direction. Surely Snacks has to consider it.
Yeah. He's waited a little bit too long. I thought he was going to push through that smoke. I would have loved him to do that. As soon as the smoke blooms, he actually walks through and gets him in the back. That would be so cool.
They've got tons of money on both Adren, who's alive at 11,000, and Hobbit at 7,450. The other three, two of them will be able to buy, Doji and Mo, but Zeus is limited. So saving now might not be the worst call.
He's hoping one of them makes a mistake. He's got time to work with here. He's hoping that one would walk his cross there, but not meant to beat. Snacks knows his low HP, holding the dangle there with the door. Uses the HP to his advantage and finishes the job off there. So they do win the round. They avoid that harsh reset there, but only 2 players surviving. Still going to be a difficult reinvestment in terms of the round. They have to balance the books a little bit. Get the grenades out this time, the incendiaries, the smokes. These all cost a lot of money. As we go to round number 10, like you said, Gambit still have a full buy in hand, but this could be breaking point. I think we still have probably one more.
I've got this weird feeling Snacks goes this round. Had a good spawn. Okay, so he's going to go lower and peek toward. Smoke down. I had that weird suspicion that he was determined from spawn.
Your spidey sense was tingling?
Yeah, I don't really have a spider sense. I just make guesses and usually I'm wrong.
Good system you've got going.
Works really well at the bar, let me just say.
I can imagine. Well then, Snacks does fall back. He's going to be on the A side. He is going to be joined by a teammate as well, though. That's going to be Taz. And he actually gets all the way to the back of the bomb site here. So, going for long A control. That's Gambit. Slowly but surely will be flashing their way through. And this is where they can go for the set pieces here. If you completely control long A, you can use the smoke, so you kind of mentioned before. You can throw them over towards connector, Molotov the balcony, flash towards the bomb site. And that can be a very common tactic, taking a lot of vision away from the CTs once you have long A and danger control like they do right now.
Zeus already clearing out inside of the danger position, gets them much closer. Mo already said as well for a smoke potential lineup. Just holding the corner at this point until Zeus is comfortable around it. Meanwhile, it's Adren and Hobbit that are trying to sell over toward B. Hobbit with drop will split toward this site. The timing favors him, but they may go back on this.
Yeah, this is what they do. They're so good at getting the map control, and they're falling all the way back towards B. I think they're going to leave one player there in the form of Dosia, so he can go for the backstab or show his hand and go for the fake here at the start before they go in towards B. We'll see what happens there.
Issue is that Zeus is just taking the bomb toward drop. That's the most fortified position right now. Bialy's on one side, Pasha's on the other. If they don't get this bomb out at 17 seconds, that's round alone. First kill goes the way of Hobbit, follows up. He gets taken down. This is where the bomb has to make it in. Zeus is missing shots. It's dropped 9 seconds. That's the round. Mo's nowhere in contention to do anything of it. And at this point, he's got to get away. If he's going to stay alive, it's got 3 seconds to die. And if we're getting money injection into the next round.
Neo, fantastic round there. 4 kills in total. We kind of explained as I was going along, but Gambit actually getting that long A control. It's a 30-second mark before they get back towards B. They leave Dosia on the A side. He's waiting for rotation to come in. He doesn't actually sell a fake. He's actually waiting until his teammates come in. He's going for that backstab, stopping any players rotating, but he gets taken down. If he finds a kill, maybe there's a chance, but Neo is doing a fantastic job there of spraying them down, holding his own, and using the statue and the smoke to his advantage at that stage. 3 in a row now for Virtus.pro. Let's show some form here, and this is the last buy for Gambit. I said there's about 1 more in the tank. So 2 AKs, 3 Tech 9s, and a couple of smokes to work with here. And looks like they may be focusing on the A side of the map this time. Like we said before, seem to be going towards B every single time, and they were winning at one point when they controlled the economy situation. Now we've kind of balanced things out. Neo seems to be coming to life. We're back to a double orb setup for Virtus.pro.
Mo wants to round the corner on Tech 9. It's been whittled down, the cash deposit box of Gambit. Vault door was left open. Double op versus the Tech 9s. Snacks goes passive. Pasha a little bit more aggressive this time than what we have seen over toward the B long position. Taz with this position front ABC as well. Is vulnerable to the bottom of middle, but Snacks is playing an elevated position to see down and toward it. So he'll be able to make the call fast enough. Not only that, it's the shot. Taz instantly moves, knowing that they are coming that direction. He goes to stable instead. Snacks just has to watch to make sure when they get to the top of the ramp, it's covered off for rotations. And Taz, he does his job by shutting down Adren at the corner, but then he's left open. Snacks drops down just as Taz is left at Hobbit's dispense, and he makes no mistake about putting him in the grave. It's Doja to follow it up, and it comes even until Neo arrives, but Doja again brings it to 2 versus 2. Missed shot from Pasha. It's Hobbit with the high HP, found by Snacks. It's the double op setup, staying alive. They could sway the round. Bombs down inside of the site, and Doja with an AK needs to find his way back in. Has no utility aside from the smoke, which he could put on the door, but Pasha's already inside of it.
Yeah, seems to be aware that he's going to be low HP in that situation. Dosia can't do anything about it. Virtus Pro shutting them down, and it seems like they're getting these opening picks now. Snacks doing a great job towards that A-bomb side as usual. Gets the first pick, falls back defensively, and they are able to hold them off. And that's going to be 4 in a row now, 4 VP. Actually going 7-0 down. Seems to be back to business as usual here. And Gambit, they have got the full buyback in their favor. It's going to be AWP, 4 AKs here, and a few smokes and flashbangs to work with. Lacking on Molotovs, only got 2 of those, but we'll see whether we can open up the map with Captain Mo. And Snacks may be pushing him out. He does do a flashbang towards long A. Does decide to fall back.
Double Molotov outside of the archway. In case 1 wasn't hot enough, 2. 2 for you. I'd use 3 for you, Henry G. It's the only way to purify everything that's been corroded into your body. As Mo gets 1, Pasha follows up. Adren, the one who pays the ultimate price, the iron price. Mo's still looking for more, far more passive angle. He gets it. As he sits in the corner, I thought he was further back than that. He was actually just sitting waiting for the bottom of the stairs, nearly lines up inside a chicken coop. This is going to force him out, but when the flashes come the other direction, both are blind and have to fade away. So the battle will resume in the 2 versus 2 as Mo continues to try and find the angle. Doja's got it instead. Bialy goes down. It's all on to Snacks. 55 seconds, and this is where Gambit slows everything down.
Yeah, well, he is known as the clutch master. Analyst has built it up before, and now he's got a 2 versus 1, and he's lost track of where the bomb is. Mo will be left towards the B side by himself. You can see him on the upper platform there as Dosia rotates over towards A with the bomb at this point. Snacks, what does he decide to do? Dosia, it's the smoke map. It's happening.
This is it. This is the one he threw. Now, did he land it? That's where it's lined up from.
That's what he's doing. So he goes all the way back there. He's faking it's going to be an A-sided attack. He does that long smoke, and he's going all the way back towards B. Mo's waiting for him. That's actually incredibly smart. Snacks not setting the bait just yet.
It didn't land, so he actually did miss it. It didn't make it to the doorway. I'm wondering if we can get a shot. Mo's read it, hit Snacks on rotation either way.
Yeah, that's a horrible miss.
It missed quite a bit. So that is exactly what I thought they might try and use it for, but I thought it would be more of a default fake.
So, yeah, the fact that it doesn't take Snacks' attention away is because it doesn't go anywhere near the door. You can't even see it, right? So if it lands in the door, Snacks thinks it's an A-side attack. They win the round regardless, so it's no harm, no foul, right? But still, that would have been really cool to see that work out in our favor. But we'll see what happens. We're going to round number 13. I think it's actually quite a harsh round for Virtus Pro. Pasha's got the AWP. They have 4 spawned into this one. 3 pistols, a UMP, and an AWP. Gambit are feeling the burn a little bit themselves as well. Zeus only got the Tech 9 here.
Doja. Similar position to where he was last time throwing that smoke. He's down below, trying to spray inside of middle. So the economy game shifts once more. It's 8-4 Gambit, and it's an AWP and a UMP with pistols to complement for Virtus Pro. As Mo trying to get any vision gap he can. Is flashed off. Now they'll cross and get closer as well. Good shot on Pasha. But watch Neo. If he rounds this box, they're not ready for it. Kills the man on drop. Kills the man on top. Both go down. It's Mo. Down to the end, and Neo almost grabs the AWP to follow it up. That would have been as pretty as ever, but it's still only a 1-man advantage right now for Gambit. Problem is, with the op down, it's just the UMP remaining on the Virtus Pro side, and that op from Hobbit going to be thrown away so they can't grab it. Did it actually stay up there? I think I heard it fall back down.
Possibly.
Double check that.
It did fall down.
So it is available if they go that far.
But it's going to be a bit of a ballsy play to push and try and get that. As we go towards A, that bomb site is open, and to try and retake it. It's Bialy with the UMP, and Taz only on that CZ as well. No grenades, no defuse kits, and maybe they can grab that AWP. That could be an option to save. It's very unlikely they can win this round with the weaponry they currently possess.
So Hobbit bottom mid holds door for Taz to push through. Greet him on the way. Also, as we just saw from his look back behind him, that he's covering off the flanks, but they're going to back out of this. Now, this is where that op, falling back down, saving in the round, they'll go toward it. Bialy, you're right, has got it already. That's Pasha's op, hang on.
Yeah, so yeah, that's Pasha who was...
So they could get the double op if they go.
They could actually get a double op. Imagine that save.
They're going. Taz is going to spot this. He's going slow. Oh, he's looking the wrong way. Turn around, Taz.
You might see it. It's on the left-hand side in the corner.
Got it. Backs up, picks it up, double op.
Lovely. So there was a force buy from them. They had 1 AWP themselves and the CZs and a UMP, but they finished the round off with a double AWP. They don't win the round. They go down 9-4, but going into the next round, that's actually going to be pretty promising.
Don't be Just stay put, keep the ops. They did get one more kill.
But they've only got 2k in the bank. Okay. So, do they force into this round map? 2k across the board, 2 orbs saved. I would say take the risk here, surely. The players of the orbs maybe drop some UMPs, see what you can do. It looks like that will be happening. Bialy fully commits, and there it is. CZ's PD50s with a little bit of residual cash there. Bialy joining them with a weapon, but double op setup. Very promising here.
Taz, aggressive. Makes it work with the CZ as he fights forward. Mo's going to trade it. But with 1 kill on the pistols, we still have the UMP, and we've got the 2 ops. That actually is very beneficial. To get 1 on the pistol before it goes down, it almost levels it up in terms of weaponry. That certainly doesn't. Mo gets Neo. And the ops have to go to work. Snacks on platform. Spotting toward the half wall. Tries to find a better angle, but they've already backed away on the Gambit side. Win this as well. You said it with 2k in the force in. Money's not going to be great still for Virtus Pro.
Yeah, third save loss bonus. Only 2,400 coming in on top of this. It might be another save situation. But Gambit, slow as ever. They've got this advantage of not giving anything away. This will be holding towards middle, seeing if a mistake is made by the CT to this point. In terms of execution, though, that's where they're going to have a bit of trouble here. No smokes to negate these AWPers.
Bialy. Watch Bialy. They're still setting up for a default. He's slipping around on the flank. The 2 ops are inside of the site. He's got a UMP, but watch out because he's also being watched. Adren looks back. Zeus is slowly going in that direction. Bialy could make the play. He's outside of middle. He's waiting for the call from his teammates. He knows they're not toward B. Flash out from Pasha holds them in position ever more, but it's going to be the double op finding the first kill. Snacks gets it. Down goes Snacks immediately after by Adren. Bialy's got a strike now. Bottom of ramp already, and all Pasha has to do is stay alive, get information, and he does better than that. He'll find Hobbit on the way through. Second kill on Zeus. They'll hold for the plant. It's Adren on an AK, but Bialy's close by to complement the AWP. Good spot on the flash that goes over. Knows he's up close, misses the shot as Pasha, and down goes his teammate. Lovely shot on the AK from Adren. He swung wide at cannons, but what a shot from Pasha.
There it is, the double orb works out, and this time Pasha, he's been quiet for this first half, but manages to find 3 very influential kills and wins the 1v1 as well. Very difficult situation for him. He misses a couple of shots there towards the end, but peeks and finds the last shot, and it's going to find Virtus Pro. Round number 5 here is a nice little replay. As he working from that APC position as well. Fantastic work here. We didn't quite catch it from his POV in the first showing. And that's that final shot there as well. Really good stuff from him. So that commitment with the double orbs that were saved over actually works in their favour. And we can see what happens here in round number 15. It will be a UMP, a Tech 9. And there is 2 AKs and an AWP as well, but severely limited in terms of utility. Zeus and Dosia don't really have anything at all.
Bialy already under threat from fast drop play. That last round is so significant because it could have got 11-4.
Yep.
They lose that, no money. Now we got 9-6. They win a pistol. We're back at 9-9. This is a game just on that round alone. That's a big, big situation. Hobbit, good pickup on Bialy, but Neo immediately there on the case to take him down afterward. And Molotovs will rain in and set the whole place ablaze, so everyone will subside. But it's back over toward A right now for Gambit.
Yeah, they still have Mo with that AWP. He's actually got long A control as well. Once again, a very similar situation we saw in the previous rounds. They got long A control, and they have sort of an advantage at this point. It's quite balanced right now, but in terms of the execution potential, 1 smoke, which is better than last time. I'll probably use that towards connector, but Mo, he's going to have a little scout out. First, gets the shot, but Snacks takes him down in return.
Snacks with 2. Holds this off, the AWP in play. Neo on rotation, spots Shadow and gets back, but it's Adren with the Tech 9 to follow it up.
Wow.
Get a double on that. Pass it down, it's all Snacks on the site. And now the question is, 41 seconds, do they try and confront him? Bomb? They've got to go by him, at least to some extent. But can they get it back to B? No, they're going to play aggressive. And immediately Adren slips underneath, no chance. 10 for Gambit.
Well then, that Tech 9 white to connect the doors, that's what pretty much decides it. Gobbit. I was going to say Hobbit. Gobbit, Gambit, Hobbit. He did a very good job there towards drop down throughout that first half, and he does it once again. Finds 1 kill there, actually forces some rotations. They get back into that position where they've got danger control on long A as well. Mo doesn't get the pick on towards Snacks. It's actually a double kill for him. But as long as he gets the information as to where he is, this is where Adren can strike. Goes towards the connected doors here. And that range to take down, that's actually very impressive to take down Pasha. And not really much Snacks can do to hold this situation in his favour. 10-5. So a difficult buy for Gambit to finish things off, but what a great half that was. 7-0 at the start of the game.
Terrific start. It couldn't have been any better, and I think you did touch on it very well in mentioning that force buy, hurting them to get them down 0-5. But from then on, Gambit as well was just winning duels.
Yes.
Taking sites. And getting map control at long A. You touched on that as well very well, because they were able to push back the CT so much that the double up setup was almost rendered useless in most situations.
Well, that's the massive problem. When the bomb goes down, you have to rotate an orb into a situation where the bomb's already down or you've already lost that part of the map. That's when the double orb doesn't really work out too well. That's why I sometimes criticize it. VP seems to be actually adopting it quite a lot of the time. And that's when, to be fair, that's when they got rolling. That's when Neo started finding some frags and Pasha started joining in. He was 0-7, I believe, at one point. But a slight technical issue here. I think Pasha dropped out of the server, but it seems to be being rectified quite quickly. So a chance to just work out where they'll be going with his pistol. And this is it, though. Virtus Pro, we saw it at the major map, very good on this T side. North can confirm, I believe.
Well, to be fair, actually, to correct you on that, it was the T side that Magisk wrecked them. Magisk was CT when he got the 29, if I'm not mistaken, because he was pushing through long A to catch them. But I will agree with you. We've seen games where Virtus Pro have been very T-sided. Whenever they play Na'Vi, they usually get 11 rounds T-side. Perhaps also testament to Na'Vi on this map.
Well then, here we go. Forces of Armor, Neo with the smoke, 2 flashbangs, and aggressive play there from the CTs towards long A. Going to be trying to find that first frag, but looks like Neo will be leading the charge towards danger. Mo is going to get completely clotheslined there, and there's going to be a full commitment towards the A side.
Good shots back from Neo, gets a Dren. Bialy follows up. Virtus Pro, chance to try and get inside of the site. They'll get a bomb down off of this. It's Hobbit and Zeus to rotate on flank, and Zeus makes no mistake on arrival to get one, but downed already, and they now know Hobbit. I take it back. I thought they would know that he was coming that direction as well. They don't have that information, but it is just him in a 1 versus 3. And as soon as he jumps around the corner, Bialy's waiting at stables. No one peeking to give him information. Taz tries to go. That pulls his attention back, and Bialy there to collect.
Well, there it is. A very fast and precise attack there from Virtus Pro. Straight into danger. Pretty much everyone of the squad going in there. Neo opens things up. They take down Mo. Didn't see that coming, and they really heavily commit towards that A site. Bomb goes down nice and quickly. They start nailing some shots. Bialy putting on a bit of a show there with the silenced USP into the second round. So not so much of a force buy here from Gambit. You can see 2 players going in with the CZs, Desert Eagles, and Head Armor. Everyone else keeping things very light. So that's what means Mo can actually bring out the AWP in the first gun round now, and for reasons I've already banged on about pretty much throughout this tournament. I won't bore you with it again as to why this is beneficial. So Snacks now showing his hand towards the A side, the B side of the map, while his teammates are set up towards A. They'll be going for some slow, long control, and as soon as they do that, Snacks will be going for either listening for footsteps or heavily committing and jumping out the window.
Jumping out the window it is. Tagging up on Mo as well, as Zeus tries to do damage where he can onto Snacks, but that really doesn't apply. Goes down to 12, now falls. The Dren wraps back around to punish him. Now rotate off of this back toward A, because Bomb is slipping in from long as all of this happens. Flash toward the balcony. Taz is already at the shot before it arrives, blinded. He'll fall back ever so slightly. 3 versus 3. More importantly, Bomb on the A side and guns to protect in the post plant with no kits. Armor on Doja. Deagle for Mo. Hobbit, UMP picked up. I dare say just back off of this. And it looks like that's going to be the call, because 2 players rotating out of B already.
Indeed. Well, Hobbit's got a UMP and a CZ as well. Dosia of Head Armor and the Deagle. It's pretty much a situation they can't win at this point with no kid as well. Keep the weaponry up and see what they can do going into that next round. It'll be 2-0 down, but that first go round will be important. If Hobbit can save the UMP and find a kill into the next round, that's $600 a kill for that. So that will help boost the situation going forward. VP will be hunting slightly here. Not really too much to find, so they'll be fine with just keeping 3 players alive. Don't need to fall back too much here. And it looks like everyone will be surviving here. Mo was down to 10 HP, but Neo was just checking out towards long eye there, but there it is. Virtus Pro get 2 in a row here after winning the pistol, and looks like the third will be very favoured towards them. So, UMP, Desert Eagle, CZ. No grenades purchased, but Hobbit, if you can find a couple of kills, as I said, that'll be very beneficial for the team.
So over toward Fountain for Neo to start it off, for the statue of a small boy in the nude holding a fish. I think you have that statue in your room, don't you? You just like Cobblestone. It's nothing any more than that. There's nothing to read into.
Yeah, it's going to say, Matt. Be careful.
It's just a reference to Cobblestone, guys. Oh, that said, he holds position with Bomb over in that direction in the hands of Taz to make sure no one's going to push through, but the rest evaluate toward top drop. Dren plays immediately under it. That's a fast camera switch to catch a kill from Zeus, and it's on to Neo no less with a gun being grabbed. Follow that up. Hobbit's got snacks down. This is a great start to the round from Gambit.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's UMP doing work, but Pasha strikes back though. He finds Mo, and Bialy's working towards drop down as well. Neutralizes the situation, and now Pasha commits towards the B side.
One shot from Pasha is all it would take, but he fires a few and eventually does connect on Doja. Zeus has 2 immediately after. This is still a brawl. There's armor on both of the CT players that have picked up guns, and it's Bialy versus them with Bomb down in front of him as he walks down from stairs, fires a shot. They know he's there. But now how do they peek this? How do they try and play the long range? Hobbit especially with the UMP. He's trying to just stay alive and hold position as Bialy drops in. Wants them to think he's gone down the alley. Realizes now that that's given up as he fires shots, and Hobbit sneaks in behind. Invitation gathered. It's 11 rounds for Gambit.
Well, Zeus kicks things off there and actually funnels him towards the B side. He finishes with 3 kills in total. But there's a lot to be said for saving something like as little as seems at the time. Saving a couple of CZs and the UMP in the previous round is actually instrumental into winning them this one in particular. A round they shouldn't be winning. It's the 3rd round, normally a redundant round after losing the pistol. And Gambit on the CD side somehow do it. And now look how healthy they're looking. AWP, AK-47s on the CT side. And it's going to be a force buy from Virtus Pro, trying to give them the same treatment in return. 2 AKs and 3 Tech 9s, fully committed to Rush B.
Neo, Rush B? He's already in B. Smoke's already down. He's cleared all possibilities except for Chicken Coop, which he now knows isn't one, and they spray through and find him, but it confirms that the site is open. Plant comes in immediately after as a result, and that was the objective with just the pistols. Hobbit doing what he can. Will get up on top of the rock. And he makes it work. I'm sure there's a reference to some book written about him in there somewhere, standing tall and being proud, but it's going to be Taz going down, Doji with the kill. Bomb planted, Bialy, the last alive, will fall as well, and all 5 stay up. Gambit with efficiency.
They all take a battering. Look at the HP. So many brawls in that round, but not a single player going down, as you mentioned. But there it is, a very fast B play from Virtus Pro. They had 2 AKs and Tech 9s to work with there. So they do the execution, fast execution. Wall of smoke goes down. Neo charging it, like he said. He does spot a couple of players, pushes through the smoke, but can't get anything going at all. And the bomb gets planted, but in terms of actual money, they're going to have about 2,700 across the board. Pasha has a little bit more, 3,600. And it's going to be 12-7. And I'm assuming they'll take some sort of partial buy here. Maybe just, yeah, here we go. Tech 9s, PT50s. No armor purchases, but 3 smokes. And looks like Zeus wants to get a little aggressive here towards middle. Just holding the incendiary. Listening out for a sound cue. See if he can get it. Mo is actually getting a lot of information towards long A as well.
Zeus, Molotov's a little bit late, but still falls back correctly to let them walk into a slaughter. Bomb down. He's got everything he needs. What more could a man ask for? Maybe the ace. Doji's got the other 2.
Lovely stuff. Another 5 players surviving for Gambit. The money's starting to swell now. Zeus, even after the reinvestment of that previous round, he's got 10k left over. Similar story for Adren and Hobbit as well. Was against an eco, but still staying alive, getting 3 kills. Quite pretty, and we'll see what happens around up 21 here. No orb purchase for Virtus Pro, 5 AKs, but it's a decent buy. You can see they've got smoke grenades and Molotovs here as well. And Mo was aggressive towards long A in the previous round, but he knew he was up against weakened opponents in terms of their buy. It'll be Zeus's time, looking towards long and Mo patrolling danger.
Mo with a very slight gap to look into. Good news is, as we see on the radar, he's got safety with Zeus at the corner. 3 rounds to go for Gambit. A whole lot more for Virtus Pro. Gambit does find the shot in the form of Mo onto Neo. That's down below from danger. Now, with Zeus getting pressured, he transfers over to set a crossfire. Flashes out there. They're a little bit late to respond. And Taz gets the opening kill. Gambit's, with the form of Mo, going to try and hold off a slight angle that's not expected, but with the smoke down a corner, he'll fade back into the site and stay alive. Adren's pushed down in bottom middle. Now the question is he going to hear them rotating back around? I think he has, because Hobbit's already left the A site to go back over with Doji on B.
Yeah, you can see him, actually, and the way he's moving as well suggests he knows something's afoot here, and Mo will be rotating over towards B as well, so they're going to be committing towards this side of the map. They have a lot of information gathered. 40 seconds remaining doesn't necessarily suggest that Virtus will be finishing up towards B. They can still fall back, so they need to be very careful of the rotations there.
Hobbit in.
The bomb's actually towards A. Yeah.
Bomb is toward A, you're right, and they've done this very well because all 4 are on B. They've got to realize 24 seconds, no commitment to 20-second mark.
Perfect.
You got to go back to A. This is going to be a full retake. They may even just let this sit and commit to the plant. Doji's still watching drop, but Dren's going to push B? That's a big ask. That's a long rotation, all things considered. Bomb in Taz's hands will take down Mo, who goes alone. That confirms they're in the site, but what are you going on top of that? Bomb's just getting planted now by Taz. Hob it down. That's a very well played round from Virtus Pro.
Beautiful counter-strike there from Virtus Pro. Like we said, actually selling that they'd gone back towards B. It was Adren who was actually closer to his mid-doors, gave the call, thought he'd nailed it. They all rotate over towards B. The smokes come in as well. They'll do a full wall of smoke execution at that point, holding all the Gambit players in towards that B site. But the problem is the bomb's ready to go towards A. They walk into an open bomb site. The retake is attempted. We'll have to lose the first 2 players. Just have to save it. Not a huge problem overall. Gambit still have this massive lead. They've got 13-7 and lots of cash in the bank, but still Virtus Pro showing some signs of life here after a rough game so far for them. That was a very well done and executed strategy. Enjoyed that a lot.
You do like textbook Counter-Strike?
Yeah, I do. It's one of my favorites.
Look out on the casino floor.
Why? What's happening there?
Just where the players are sitting.
Oh, right. So I thought you were jabbing at me or something. I was like,
no.
I've spent a lot of time.
You're very insecure, Henry.
I am.
Do I pick on you that much? That you're always like craggy exterior defensively? Like,
I just like to defend myself.
Fair enough. Well, you've shaved your head so no one can pull it in a fight.
Exactly. That was the idea.
I knew it was strategic.
Double up setup now for Gambit. There's a slight adjustment here. And Zeus, like we said, lots of money available for the CD side. He's gone for the Mag 7. So we'll see where it ends up. He's trying a bit of a snacks play towards long A. Has been very powerful in the hands of Snacks. Let's see if he can give him a taste of his own medicine. But now looking like a B-side execution. You can see one player for VP in the minimap. It's going to be Taz. Only for any flanks coming in the back there. And his teammates waiting to try and get that first pick. Pasha with the AWP, which has been a bit of an adjustment. He was the main AWP for a long time in this team and seems to get passed around monthly. And right now, he is the current main AWP.
Yeah, that's, I think, a fair statement. It does get passed around quite a bit. Pashaed around quite a bit. Pasha's got the first shot. It's Hob it down. The alley goes in. On top of that play, finds Doja trying to transfer back outside of drop room. That's not going to work, but look at Adren go. What a headshot on the Pasha. He's left in no man's land afterward, but that's a tall order and a big accomplishment for him because now it's 2 versus 2. He finds 2 counter-entry picks, and it creates the round. And a chance for Gambit. Snacks inside window, drop room. They don't go fast enough, but Mo hits a lovely shot to get the trade. And it falls to a 1 versus 1. Taz, not yet to plant, is doing so right now. And Mo just holds right side. Statue, hang on, because he's got to watch one or the other and get confirmation as to where he is. Did he spot the leg? Yeah, now definitely spotted the arm.
So the mind games begin at this point.
Knows exactly where he is, but how does he approach it? It's still a tough task because Taz has to expose himself, and he has an op. He's got to get closer. All he has to do is play the sound, just barely misses this Mo, and Taz buys himself a bit more time. He's trying to ring around the Rosie, and it's working out. Taz playing the sound cue, buying space and time. Missed no scope, and Taz picks the round for Virtus Pro.
You could see the approach there from Mo. 1v1, difficult situation for him. He goes all in on the play of hoping that Taz makes a mistake. He doesn't know where Mo is, so he's having to look towards drop down, upper platform as well. Mo knows that's the situation, and he does face a couple of times, but he can't find the shot there, and is running the clock down there in terms of the bomb timer. Taz doing a great job there. Running around the statue, delaying as long as possible, waiting for him to make a mistake, misses that shot, and then takes him down. 13-9, Virtus Pro with a couple of nice rounds in a row here. And it's going to be another buy available for Gambit. They still have the AWP, but you can see it's starting to dwindle a little bit now. Zeus gets rid of the Max 7. Perhaps he had an M4 in that situation as well. His retake and drop down may have been more successful. Dosia, just with the UMP, no nades, no kit, just the SMG.
Pasha smoked off, won't be able to get the op onto the platform to find openings inside of the site. Gambit held on 13 rounds now for 2 in a row. Buy into this, they'll only get 2,400 if they don't pick this one up, and that leaves them quite limited for the next. So chance for Virtus Pro to start mounting a bit of a comeback into this. They themselves are not great on cash, considering how close the last round was, especially the last round. And therefore, Gambit winning this could put them well within touch of closing it and making the playoffs. Remember that this is a qualification map, the winner's map of this group. Molotov off on the arch on the way in. Smoke's still out. Let's drop where the action is.
Wow.
Trade's favorable for Gambit as well. Doji picks up 2. Snacks and Taz going down with only 1 kill between them, and look at the position right now. We called it the Hobbit hole. It is the Hobbit hole. Out he goes, but only gets 1. Bialy trades it immediately. Zeus is there to clean it up.
Yeah, let's call it the Hobbit hole. I like that. He strikes with perfection there, and that's a massive round for Gambit to pick up. Virtus Pro getting shut down. Rather Europe here, the man on the screen right now. Dosia in the drop-down room. That's a very dangerous weapon at close range. You can see exactly what kind of treatment he gives to Virtus Pro in that round. Nice little headshot there towards Taz. Funnels him towards the upper platform, and he's just doing damage there. Taking the aggro away from Hobbit, who can strike at that point. Very well done. The first pause, and only pause you get, comes in from Virtus Pro. Matt's not looking good. They've got around less than that. I'd say 2 players, sub $2,000. Taz has got almost 6K, and they're 1 round away from match point at this point. That doesn't really work, that sentence, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean. We've got to drag this out a little bit longer, Henry, because Hobbit only has 19 kills. I need 36.
You're not happy with that?
I need 17 more.
Okay, well, you may only have 2 rounds to work with here. So, the options for VP. They could buy an AWP, give it to Pasha, force up around it with UMPs, Tech-9s, hope for the best. That's the Hail Mary play. Or they take a bit of a partial buy here, drop some Tech-9s around, and Gambit, they may just go to match point. This is a really horrible situation for VP to be in. Money down, and they are going to be buying an AK at least. Has purchased one of those. It looks like it's the all-in play. So Neo down to $0. He's got a P250 and nades. Snack, similar story as to Tech-9. Bialy's got the UMP, and Pasha yet to buy. He's only got $1,800. So they lose this round. They've only got 1 stage loss bonus to work with, so that's 1,900 the next round. This is pretty much it. They have to win this round, Matt. They lose it, game over.
Well, there you have it. Game over, and Gambit through Virtus Pro to play a decider match against none other than who they called out, Fnatic.
Indeed. Well, then you can see the full buy coming in your screen now. 1 AK to work with. Smoke's going in towards B. I don't think you want to be using a fake at this point. You just have to go all in. The B rush might be happening once more.
Nades, Molotovs, the like, all down, but all through as the smoke will extinguish and allow them to get in. There's this Molotov below the drop, the broken wall. Neo doesn't care. He goes in and finds Doja. Hobbit's trying to find an opportunity to strike. It may be now if he can slip up the alley. Instead, he just takes down Pasha. Bomb dropped. It's forward of the smoke as well. It's all on to Taz, 1 versus 4. And I think our silence says it all. He's going to sit in behind Chicken Coop, wait this out, see what opportunity exists. They're already anticipating his presence because an op shot rattles through.
Yeah, well, like we said, must-win round. Bomb down in front of him. 4 players to find. It will be Hobbit to finish things off. And there it is. $2,000 in the bank accounts of Virtus Pro. Match point. Needs 6 in a row now. They have to buy into this, of course. And it's going to be a horrible decision now. It's Tech-9 CZ. That's all they really can do. Full B rush comes in. They do the smokes from T-spawn. Gives them that veil that you can see on your screen right now. But Adren, this is why the HUDless replays are so cool. You can see he's just spamming through smoke there, finds 3 kills. Pretty nuts.
Yeah, why not? And the bomb is one of those kills, which is massively beneficial.
He must be close to a 30 bomb, not quite, 24, but he's having a really good game.
That's the thing, like everyone's had, the kill distribution is very close on both sides, all things considered.
Yeah.
With that said though, it's Tech-9s and a CZ75 for Tataz. Tatazi. Hobbit's going to play at B alone at this point in time with Doja Dren playing off drop. Zeus will start to evaluate what's going on the A side. It's going to be fast from Virtus Pro surely over toward B if they go. With speed. Forget grace. Just make it effective. More smokes down toward B. Hobbit's in the archway. And they have no Molotovs to clear that. Has to be traded. Worst case scenario, it has to be traded. That's better. That's best case scenario. Snacks hits a headshot as Hobbit goes for a peek. Pulls Doja over toward KFC. And as he stays there, Virtus Pro's actually faked this. They're pulling back. They're going over toward A. Bomb's already inside of bottom middle. Neo and Pasha together. Adren wins the exchange at drop, but then it's the 2 players with Bomb swinging past the connection point to get a kill, but Pasha's now left alone, and Mo's hot on his heels. Forget the fact that Snacks and Dozier are doing battle. If he can deny Pasha the plant, that could be enough on its own, but Pasha gets to safety. And immediately goes for the plant. Snacks strikes, as he always does when you least expect them, but Mo finds and solves it. Goes to an AWP. As he goes for the retake, thinks better of it, gets back onto the M4, and Pasha with just the Tech-9 is trying to play a very clever game because he snuck in exactly from where he just was, and it works out perfectly.
What a round it was. Virtus Pro hold on just about. Snacks there. He pretty much is the linchpin. He's waiting towards connector. Waiting for those rotations to come in. He finds that crucial kill as Mo does take him down, and Pasha has to win another 1v1. They keep their heads above water for now. So Snacks opening things up on that platform. How does he do that at that range of a Tech 9? That's 2 dinks. As soon as he faces, takes him down. Hobbit removing the situation. They find something out of nothing. And now they have a nice full buy going forward as well. AWP picks up. 2 AKs, maybe not the best survives. A couple of kills. It did come down to a 1v1 in the end after the full investment. But Zeus back on that max 7. Haven't seen him really do too much of it yet.
Pasha op in hand to fire down toward the platform. And this time, Hobbit thinks better of getting aggressive and burrowing in toward the arch. He sits on stairwell instead. Fallen has left the game. Thanks for joining us for a moment, giving us the graces. As Mo backs away, 2 missed shots, but importantly stays alive, finds it on the 3rd. It's the charm. And does this bait in a lower push from a Dren. He thinks a little bit better, doesn't decide to overcommit as Mo doesn't have vision anymore. Neo goes through the smoke, though. That gives it up. And it's a 2-man advantage for Gambit on map point.
Indeed. 3 players remain. Pasha has got the AWP. He's towards B right now. B in drop down, so it will be a B side commitment, but it's not going to be enough. 5 on 2 now. Pasha has to try and keep Virtus Pro alive desperately here.
Doja looking for an opportunity as he slips back over silently toward the broken wall. Molotov flash down. Was it double molly? I think it was double flash. Take that back. So he's waiting for the opportunity. Look at Pasha go. He can see the gun barrel. He can watch the damage being raked in, but he can't do anything of it. Waits patiently and it works. Gambit picks it up 16-10. And they go through to the playoffs. It's Virtus Pro that have to face Fnatic tomorrow.
Great game by Gambit overall. Everyone's stepping up. Adren. We kind of speculated at the start, can he continue that form for the major? Yes, he certainly can. 27 kills, looking fantastic there. CT side on lockdown there. They had the 7-0 start as well on that T side. Just a great overall game. Zeus has created a lovely little team here overall. Very slow and methodical on the T side, but it seems to work great.
This wasn't even Zeus that started it. He just joined in and gave it the finishing pieces it needed when he and Hobbit joined. Remember, this was exiles from Hellraisers with Doja involved. Yeah. It had lots of different players go through it to start it off, to get it to where it is now, and I think this is a great team. I think this is, forget it being the outsiders with a chance. They're double legend status, and they're consistent at this point. They are easiest prediction of my life, that's all I'm going to say.
You did predict Gambit, to be fair. You are a bit of a fan of this team. Maybe you need to get yourself a shirt. Or it's called baseball jacket.
I think a shirt would be fine.
Yeah.
Baseball jacket, leather jacket's fine. But I was actually going to go one above that and just get a tattoo.
Okay, fair enough. Just all in.
Yeah, all in.
Okay, fair enough. Well, Virtus Pro, they do go down to lower bracket now. But to be fair, they did have some good rounds there. If you think back to that big fake they did, that was actually a really cool round. I hope Bianca maybe has to break that one down and show us how that went down. That was really, really cool the way they did that, kind of showing such a rotation and heavy commitment towards B and getting all the way back in towards A. If you walk into an empty bomb site and there's 4 CTs alive, that means you've done an excellent strategy. That was really cool to watch.
Yeah, absolutely. And not to mention with the Tech 9s as well, Virtus Pro, still a good fix. And maybe there is something in that. Maybe there is something to read in the fact that they are over-rotating slightly on the Gambit side.
Well, Smix is ready with the interview with Gambit. So, Sue, take it away.
Congratulations, Adrian. It must be so satisfying to not only advance to the playoffs in first place in the group, but to do so by getting revenge on Virtus Pro for the loss at the major.
Yeah, it feels great. I'm excited to play in the OMGM arena, and I'm just satisfied. I'm happy to win against Virtus Pro. We just lost too many times in the different tournaments, so I'm happy to beat them in this stage. I mean, in DreamHack Vegas. Feels good.
Now, VP is very good at Cobblestone, but you guys are very, very good at Cobblestone. In fact, with this roster, you are undefeated on Cobblestone. You've never, ever lost on that map. So why do you think it is that you guys are so good on it?
I don't know. It's like something like magic or stuff. I know we feel this map as a team so good. I don't know why, but everything is going good for us. I don't know. That's good.
Well, I'm wondering, prior to this match, knowing that VP is always a very tough opponent for you guys, did you study any of their VODs on Cobblestone at all?
Actually, we thought we were going to play the train, but something changed, and they just choose the Cobblestone, I guess. And we didn't prepare for that. We just played our game, and it seems like we did good.
Well, this event is very special because there's a lot of teams that are trying out new rosters, some teams that are underperforming, just a lot of things going on. So from your perspective, is there a team that stood out to you so far?
Definitely there's going to be like a lot of teams that can surprise, but I don't know. Everything is not so 100%. I know that there is a lot of teams like Astralis, Navi that played. Astralis won the tournament before the major, so I don't know what to expect. So no one knows what to expect.
Well, I'm definitely looking forward to watching you guys play in the quarterfinals. So best of luck. I'm looking forward to you play.
Not even Adren has the answer to the question why are Gambit so good at Cobble, remaining undefeated and securing themselves a spot in the playoffs. That was very good to hear from him. And of course, Sue, joining me now, Thorin, Chad, and none other than Jason Moses O'Toole. What are we saying then, Chad? I asked you, I briefed you, I said in the green, I was like, Chad, I know we didn't have a great answer before, but when we come back, I'd like to have an answer on what makes Gambit's Cobble so good.
Mike fans? Yeah, the 7-0 lead really helps, right? But
it does, yes.
The reason I think that happened was a really good pacing by Gambit. Setting up that default was really important, and then from there they were able to do fast, slow, executes everything from that, and it really kept VP playing catch up. Right. And the thing is, when you're being dictated to, especially on a map where you can't take any risks as CT, like Cobble, it's very hard to get back in it, and it just relies on your players actually getting multi-frags when they hit your bomb site. So VP had to just have a couple of, I guess, clutch players. You saw that one by Pasha on the A site with the AWP, and that was how they managed to get back in the game a little bit. But other than that, it was just really good pacing by Gambit.
Can I just quickly ask you to elaborate upon one point you just made there regarding it's impossible to take risks as CT on Cobble? I mean,
it's not impossible,
right.
But it's very difficult, right?
Sure.
Because as Janko said yesterday, you spawn with map control as T's on this map, right? So to push up long on B, you need to use a lot of utility. You need to use like several Molotovs, smokes, flashes, push them back. And once you take that part of the map, it's very easy to lose it again because they can just use one flash and step out and take it back. Right. Boosting drop is a huge risk. The T's can watch it from multiple different angles. Just pop your head off as you're getting up there. Even if you use the smokes and stuff, once again, they can clear you out very easily. So the risks are difficult to make. And if you're doing the proper default spread, which is what Gambit was doing, they can just negate any aggression.
Awesome. Awesome stuff. Now, Gambit, we're picking up this win, Jason. I believe you took a risk in your predictions.
I did.
You did?
Yeah.
You said you were going to break your own rule.
Yeah, I didn't think it was like a huge risk, but especially considering that Virtus Pro we saw yesterday, it was on this map as well. They looked shaky on it, but I just think one thing I noticed out of Gambit on that T side, first of all, to start the half, we always talk about Gambit as like slow and methodical. They actually had a pretty decent pacing in like the first 5 or 6 rounds of that first half, which I think for that to an extent caught Virtus Pro off guard, especially because that's when CT teams are trying to establish, you know, constant utility, constant Molotovs and everything. But outside of that, when the hit actually hits, when the hit actually comes in after the first initial trade kills, the Gambit players play within themselves. They don't overextend, so they get the opening kill or two, but they're always staying within distance to be able to support their teammates, to be able to cover the planter. You know, they're probing forward, seeing how far they can get, but they're not overextending to the point where they're exposed to get picked off and then just become a liability and getting their numbers whittled down for the post plant.
VP into the lowers, Duncan. What do you make of all this?
I mean, first and foremost, you have to say, now it really does look questionable what they did in the pick ban. I mean, Adren himself even said, like, logically, you get it to the point where they're going to be picking between Train and Cobble. Okay, let's go ahead and prepare for Train because they played us on that at the major. They beat us on that. There's one of their classical best maps, you know. With that said, though, I won't be as critical this time because I would have said before this game, Virtus Pro is probably the best Cobblestone team in the world. I mean, they've been fantastic at it for quite a while. When they get upsets, usually when teams don't let them play it, actually, and that's not the map they're playing. So then again, though, with this result here and this continuing trend, maybe that's what this game's shown us, actually, that maybe now Gambit's going to be the best Cobblestone team because this streak's starting to get pretty good. Before, they had a lot of wins over like lower-level teams, you know. Now they're starting to add some big names to it, you know, and teams that play Cobblestone, that's the key thing. We've had a few teams now, North obviously at the major, people who think we're very good on Cobblestone too, they go head-to-head with Gambit and they're losing now. So I think that's certainly interesting. But yeah, I think the people who didn't like this result the most actually is Astralis, because they have so many teams now that they could get in the first round of the playoffs that are like potential contender championship teams, and so it feels a bit unfair if you're them that you watch your group and now you get the tough match.
Yeah, so I mean, we can just quickly
VP or
Fnatic.
Fnatic,
VP Fnatic, Navi potentially,
and IP,
and Could be the Ninjas as well. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that is
Cloud9.
It's a stacked
They
list.
haven't lost yet.
Let's not get
Cloud9?
Jason, calm down. You're not there yet. That hasn't happened yet. They're actually just waiting in the wings. Cloud9 are warming up. But we can bring up the groups to show you exactly what this does mean. VP are going to be left with. Another team have managed to secure themselves a spot over in that arena. And as you heard from Adrian, he was just saying, I'm just really excited to be able to perform in such an arena. It is a historical location for some Counter-Strike games. But it doesn't look like we're going to be demonstrating exactly what this means for them. Instead, we can perhaps show you the games that are still to come. Soon.
Keep talking. Let's chat a bit more.
Yeah, I'll keep going. There's lots of fantastic games to look forward to. We mentioned Cloud9. They are just fresh off of their warm-up. They've been hanging out and getting ready and prepared for their game. We also get to see SK do battle. It's going to be intriguing to know what the Brazilians are capable of. When we spoke to who was it? Peter Dupree. He stated that he thinks SK are really kind of wanting to regain that top title. I'm still talking. There it is. Hey, VP Fnatic. Going to be playing to determine who will be eliminated and who will go and join.
The grudge match,
I mean,
right?
that means we're going to have one shock because one of these teams is going to be out in the group stage.
Yeah, but I really wouldn't know which horse I'd back in that race at this point.
VP's map pool's deeper, so you'd probably start there.
Especially that Fnatic we saw the other day against Gambit. You'd have to imagine a team like VP is going to be able to do that, expose that just as well.
Nice little best of 3, though.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
It's going to be good tomorrow. That's what's coming up tomorrow. Of course, we're going to be playing those best of 3s, but we've still got some best of 1s. In fact, SK versus Cloud9 is coming up after a short hiatus while we go ahead and get the 2 North American sides, or at least competing within North America, set up. It's a rematch, of course. We're going to be seeing these guys do battle after they previously did lose out. SK lost to Cloud9 over in Sao Paulo, and now they're going to have a chance at revenge right here, right now, for DreamHack Masters.